Waiting for it to come on, y'all. I'm waiting for it to kick in. There it go. There it go. Here it go. There it go. Here it go. Hey. Hey, y'all. Hey, and welcome to Tootie Talk Sense, and I am Tootie. So, it's been a while since I've been on here. I actually got a lot of stuff to talk about, but I ain't got much time like usual. All y'all that know. I be on here rushing, trying to get through. So, I'm only going to go through two subjects today, which is Jonathan Major, who is now reportedly dating Megan Good. You know, he decided to come on home. You know, that's what they do when they get in trouble. They want to come back, have a sister lay some hands and pray on you and stuff. And Brian Mcknight responded again. And his first wife, I was like, see, that's why he left his first wife, because his first wife was telling him what he need to do and what you shut up, okay? The first wife like, stop talking. You just making it worse. She know, because they was together for about 13 years. She know, baby. So let me go through first. So everybody know about the Jonathan Major and the allegations of abuse that his, I'm gonna say that was his girlfriend. Don't know. Let's say alleged that his girlfriend, but they was in a car and he allegedly put the hands around her and swore. Okay, so now it's gonna from in and out. It got a good signal. It can't be going. I don't know what's going on, y'all. This article is from People magazines, but you know, everybody's reporting it, that he's getting support from Megan Good. Now, man, you Megan Good, I think she's divorced, but she was going through a divorce with her husband, the pastor. They saying she's going from a pastor to a bad boy. So the article is from People magazine. Let me put this. This is fair use. Let me put that up there. Fair use, y'all. So Jonathan Major is getting support from new flame Megan Good amid allegation. Jonathan Major and Megan Good's friendship turned romantic as she supported him amid his assault charges and allegations, a source tell People. Megan and Jonathan have maintained the friendship for some time, the source said, adding that following the allegations made against Major, Megan has shown considerable support towards him. It seems their relationship have developed further from that point, adds the source. Reps from For Good and Major did not immediately respond to People requests for comments. People confirmed Saturday that Major, 33, and Good, 41. Oh, she got her younger man, y'all. The new relationship comes out after Major was charged with multiple misdemeanor counts of assault and harassment by the Manhattan District Attorney Office following an arrest in New York City on March 25th. Major's lawyer said in a previous statement that the actor completely denies assaulting the women. The alleged victims has been identified by authority and is unclear whether she has her own legal representation. The 30-year-old woman was granted a full temporary order of protection last month. The next court date is June 13th. So y'all remember when this happened, they was in a car. They supposed to be fighting over, well, they got into an argument. Shouldn't say fighting. They got into an argument over something with his phone, her trying to take it or something like that. And things pursued. He called the authorities and they came and they arrested his butt, took his butt to jail. Then his people started coming out from college, was like, well, he been beating women. So in the college was Yale. I think it's where he went to perform in our schools. Don't quote me on that. But it started people coming out saying, well, you know, he's an aggressive person. So now he's going through that. Megan Good gave him a shoulder to cry on. I'm like, come here, baby. Come here. And so now it's reporting that those two are dating. Now, what I want to talk about, right? Now, this is my ignorancy right here. Because I just watched the new Ant-Man movie. And he's the villain in the Ant-Man movie, right? So I'm watching the movie, and the movie is good, y'all. But anyway, I'm watching the movie, and he and now just, I said, he ain't have just beating these white people like that. So I said, well, maybe if these alleged allegations are true, right? Warning, this is going to be ignorant. Maybe what had happened was he was method acting, right? Because in that whole movie, he do nothing but beat up white people, right? He beat up white people in that movie, right? So he men, women, kids, Ant-Man little daughter, he smacked her, you know, Ant-Man wife, he smacked him, smacked Ant-Man, knocking him across and everything, you know, using power and everything. I said, so maybe he probably still thought he was method acting. And when the woman took his phone, he just method acting and thought he was still in the movie, and he was beating up so many white people in the movie that he just hit that white woman, and it probably was an accident. Not saying that that's happened or he even did it, but if he did it, maybe it was method acting. And if I was him, then I'll sue Disney, because y'all had me play this dark villain and I got stuck in that role and I couldn't come out, and y'all had made me to hit this white woman. Y'all, that's all jokes. The domestic violence is something serious, and it should be taken seriously. This is all jokes, y'all, right here. Okay. Now let's move on to Brian Mcknight, baby. So y'all can watch my previous video that I did of Brian Mcknight. He was accused of his black kids. He don't say in the video his black kids, but everybody else is saying his black kids. So when you look at him, they his black kids, because their first wife was a black woman. And so he got the 3 other kids. He got 2 kids with his 2 sons, the Junior and Nico, with his first wife. He had a baby on that first wife. That's Brianna. Now it comes out that Brianna then took Brian to court, because in my first video, he talks about these issues came out in 2019. This cat is over here, y'all. These issues came out the first time that his kids came and said that he abandoned them was in 2019. He made a video in 2019 addressing it. In that video, he says why he ain't talking to the sons, why the sons don't get what these step kids get. Then he talked about his daughter, because everybody like, okay, well, that's the sons. The sons are grown. You got an underage daughter. What's going on with that? Because she also agreed with your sons. So then he go and talk about in that video that he had heard through the family that she's supposed to have a relationship with an 18-year-old cousin. He said that in the video. So the lawsuit was about him saying that. And let me go into y'all finding the. Let's see. Do I want to show y'all his response first or the lawsuit? I'm gonna go to the lawsuit. Because I'll read the article about the lawsuit. That's his ex-wife. Let's talk about and exit that up out of here. Let me read this article about the lawsuit. So Brian Mcknight, an estranged daughter, settles difference before court battle. So he pretty much settled out of court. He's gonna talk about it. His video is like 5 minutes. He talks about how they settled out of court, and he still ain't admitting he did nothing wrong. This article was May 5th of 2013. 2023, y'all. This article was this year, a week or so ago. So the bad parenting rumors that have been following singer Brian Mcknight for years aren't going anywhere anytime soon. One of his children sued the Back at One singer several years ago because he maliciously defamed her on social media. According to Radar Online, both parties agreed to throw out the lawsuit, but court documents obtained by the outlet claimed that Mcknight's daughter Brianna filed a defamation lawsuit against her father in 2020. In the lawsuit, she claimed her father had defamed her via social media when he stated online that she had sex with an older cousin. Mcknight's daughter said that her father was being motivated by animosity when he publicly humiliated her by falsely representing to his social media followers that she had some years earlier, and while a minor, engaged in a sexual relationship with an older cousin. Now, watch my first video about this. That's what I said in there. She was a minor when he made that video, and you on here talking about what she did with an older cousin. And he said he had called like the peoples, y'all, DCFS stuff on the mama. They did an investigation or whatever. My thing was, she's a minor. You're saying this is an older adult cousin. You're the father. Why you don't go over there and do something instead of sitting over here talking about it? Go over there and do something instead of calling them people. That's your minor daughter, man. If you don't some what they say, something in the milk ain't clean right there, because that don't sound right, Brian. So, like I said, that's what she had sued him for. So the singer had an affair with his daughter mother, Patricia Driver, and he said that in the video, his first video in 2019. I put the clips up there, but he said, "Well, your mom only had you for the money." I said, "That's mine. It's petty." So this is the first time I'm seeing the Brianna mom. Her name is Patricia Driver. And I said, it seems like he's still mad and kind of taking it out on that girl because you didn't cheat it. You probably told her to get rid of that baby. She didn't get rid of the baby. So I don't know whether that's the reason you and your first wife broke up, but you like the mom only had her for the money. So the singer had an affair with the daughter's mother, Patricia Driver, while still married to his then wife, Julia Mcknight. The once married couple share two sons, Nico and BJ, which is Brian Jr. His estranged daughter stated in her lawsuit against Mcknight that she had a close relationship with Nico and BJ as children, but did not have a very close relationship with her father. That's what she put on the internet in 2019. Like I said, the two boys was talking about him abandoning them. She jumped in like they ain't lying and told her story. At times, their relationship was cordial, and at times it became strained, or all but non-existent. According to the paperwork, although the relationship was non-existent, she said the two of them never aired their dirty laundry, and she never revealed publicly that Bryant was her father. The 22-year-old tried to create a bond with the R&B singer and his new wife in 2018. However, she claimed he dismissed her and her efforts and did not see or meaningful communication with her. In 2019, after being shunned by her father, she took to social media to talk about her unnamed absent father. She stated she never mentioned him by name or profession, but after viewing the post, he publicly attacked her. In response to the lawsuit, the Grammy winner denied he did anything wrong and argued his statements were substantially true and that he had no malice when he spoke of the situation. So they end up selling the lawsuit and he gave the money out. But he like, I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. I said what I said is what Brian pretty much saying. So he said he gave her the money not because he did something wrong. He gave her the money because of something else that's completely different. Now, this is on Brian Mcknight. Actually, he put this on his actual YouTube page, baby. You would wait all his songs and stuff is at. That's what he put his response video because he said he finna start making some money too. They ain't gonna be the only one getting views and clicks and likes.
Social media. Typically, I prefer not to give attention to the internet trolls.
Do you?
But now my family is being harassed online and accosted in public, apparently because some people can't handle seeing my happily ever after. Coming after me is one thing, but the moment you come after my wife and our children, it's another story.
Now, why you ain't have that same energy about your daughter? Your minor daughter is supposed to be with this adult cousin of hers. Coming after me is one thing, but coming after my wife and my those are your children. Those are the ones you're talking about, your children through marriage. You just had a baby with that new wife. Continue, Brian.
Because even more important to me than defending my name is defending and protecting them.
That's more important to you, but your biological daughter got you in court for defamation. So what's more important to you than defending your name is more important to defend your wife and her kids' name, but you defamed your daughter, your biological daughter, according to her lawsuit. Continue, Brian.
I want to address some of these recent discussions.
Go ahead.
There is a very simple reason why I post about some of my children on social media and not others.
Because you
children that I do not currently have relationships with, I don't post about them. Instead, I post about the children with whom I do have relationships, with whom I am proud of, and about whom I want to share my pride in their accomplishments.
You see, he could have just left it as Brian be doing them little sneak dissing. He could have said, yeah, I don't post about them because I don't have a relationship with. He said, no, I post about the ones who I have a relationship with and that I'm proud of, which in terms could imply that you're not proud of your other ones. So Continue.
I don't live in the past. I live in the present and the future.
Mm-hmm.
I am so proud of the man I am today, the
Mm-hmm.
husband I am to my wife Leilani, and the
Mm-hmm.
father I am to our children.
Right.
I'm so proud of our love, our
Mm-hmm.
family, our
Mm-hmm.
life. So I will, without apology, continue to shout about it as loud as I can.
And I think he has that right. Like he has a new family. If he wants to post about it, I mean, everybody got the right to do whatever hell they want to do. But I believe that is normal. I don't think that that's the issue. I think he's trying to make that the issue, but I don't think that's what most people have the issue with. Not about him not wanting to be happy, not about the new wife you posting about it. It's the way that you're posting. You're saying things like, "Oh, well, being your dad made me a dad." No, you had a daughter. Being her dad did not make you a dad, girl. When you had your first daughter, that made you a dad girl. You know, telling her you the daughter I always wanted. Now the stuff may be honest, so it was like, oh, would you get mad at him for telling his honest opinion? It's hurtful to your children. It's what people are getting mad about. Not you, your wife, the kids, you posting, you being proud. It's the way you're treating your other kids and how your post would makes them feel. But continue, Brian.
If you can't help or handle seeing happiness and love, then I respectfully ask you, why are you even on my page?
Right.
Maybe you should ask yourself that too.
Mm-hmm. Because make it about
Another thing a lot of people have been talking about is the lawsuit my adult daughter Brianna brought against me a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of misinformation about the case, and a lot of people who don't know what happened acting like they do. I think it is important to
You
clear
talking
up
about
some of
me?
that misinformation.
Probably.
In 2020,
But you don't even know me.
my biological daughter Brianna sued me for defamation
We know
and
that.
breach of contract. I posted a page from the lawsuit here and the file number down below so you can look this up for yourself. And you will see that she did not ask for an apology or even ask that I remove the alleged false statement from the internet.
Which is funny because that video is still there. It's still up, and he still have not removed it. It ain't funny, but it's like this boy, you a whole a-hole.
All she asked for and all she wanted was money. The case was dismissed before there was any decision whether my statement about her was defamatory.
Case wasn't dismissed. The case was settled. He's the one to play worries, but go.
We settled the case earlier this
There
year,
you go.
and I agreed to pay Brianna some money, but here's the interesting part.
Mm-hmm.
She sued me for defamation and breach of $1 million life insurance policy,
Mm-hmm.
and I agreed to pay her $318,000 with no admission of any wrongdoing whatsoever. You heard that right. She dismissed $1 million case in exchange for payment of $318,000 with no admission that I did anything wrong and no requirement that I retract my statement or remove it from the internet.
I said, but that is just. I don't believe that's because he didn't do anything wrong. I believe that the people, his daughter, realized what type of person that she's dealing with. She's been dealing with at this time. I think she was 22, whatever. She said she never had a relationship with him. So when she said she had a sporadic relationship with him, that she was closer to her brothers. But I mean, they know what type of man that he is. I'm quite sure that her and the brothers been talking and everything. They know what type of man he is. So just continue to pursue a lawsuit. And man, this girl probably ain't got money like that. I don't know what she do for a living. Let me not assume that. But for you to be like, oh well, she took the money and I didn't admit anything wrong. What else do you want the girl to do? If she know you're a whole a-hole, you probably ain't gonna never admit nothing wrong. They could have you right there, like, admit it, or I'm gonna pull it. You're gonna be like, nope. What Monique said when the women got to have the last word, choking them. So, go on, Brian.
If someone said that I did something I didn't do and I want a case proving that I didn't, I demand a public apology. I demand an acknowledgement of wrongdoing. And I demand a retraction of statements.
I said, that's absolutely true. That's the way I would have been. But that little girl, well, at this time, she's a grown woman. But this happened when she was a little girl. And when you do them lawsuits, according to the little bit I know about, I ain't know much. According to the little bit I know about lawsuits, you do them lawsuits, baby. Y'all, my shoulders just going, My Maria, Maria. Get a shirt. The stuff I wear to work. You remind me of a West Side Story. Anyway, I can see the friends in front of corner of my ass. Anywho, the way the lawsuit works and when they do the discovery, she will have to put all her SEX business out there, go to people, get statements. They have to dig into it, have to prove it wrong. So that would have been a lot. So I would have just obviously that young and got to tell my dad and people testify and everything, what we did, when we did it, how, who, when, why, well. I want all that information and some documents and stuff like that. So I could see why she wouldn't continue to pursue it and would just take the money. And so him saying that ain't necessarily like, oh well, she just was doing it for the money because of I took off the life insurance. It's just okay, well, I'm getting something and he's an a-hole. He ain't gonna admit when he wrong. So let me just get what I can get, type thing. Like, because this is not gonna make a relationship with him. She said she tried to pursue a relationship before the lawsuit. He didn't do it. So let me just get what I can get and go about my business, leave this man alone, let him live his perfect life with his new family.
The face value of that life insurance policy was $300,000 with $18,000 worth of interest. I did not defame her. I made no false statements. I made up no stories. You can do what you will with that information in deciding who you think won the case. I know that some people on the internet would rather not know the truth about what happened, but for those of you with an open mind,
I'm here,
who are more interested in facts than rumors,
yeah,
I hope this helps explain what really happened in that case.
it does not.
Finally, I want to address the abandonment issue for the last.
Because it could explain what happened in that case, but it still won't explain why you going on the internet talking about your underage daughter SEX life. You could say what you had to say without saying that in that same video talking about your mama only had you for the money.
Time. Those kids and I have had a long history of conflicts, mutual estrangements, and resolutions. But there was a time when we were truly a successfully blended family.
Yeah,
Julia,
I
Jack,
seen picture.
BJ, Nico, and Brianna. Our home was filled with love and acceptance, so much so that the kids were all calling each other siblings, contrary to the picture that's been painted online. Christmases, birthdays, Thanksgivings, Friendsgivings, all spent together.
See, I don't understand. I don't know what part of that he's talking about, contrary to the pictures that been planted online, because it have always everything I've seen online about him is that when that first wife, she took in Brianna and the first wife of the two boys, and it was a blended family due to the first wife, taking in being a mother to the boys and to the girl. So I don't know. So maybe there's other stuff in the comments that he been reading.
Even standing up for me as my best man in our wedding, along with their brother Jack, which I posted a pic of here. Shortly thereafter, the same conflict over money arose again. We parted ways, and the next thing I knew, there were two posts from Brian and Brianna in 2019 telling the world a completely different narrative for the reason why. I never abandoned anyone. Our estrangement was mutual, but those posts made any roads towards reconciliation and acknowledging them a dead issue.
So what he said what had happened was everything was good about a week ago, and then I ain't give y'all no money. And so then y'all went and made these posts. So since y'all made these posts, I said, F them kids, and I'm going to do what I want to do. And so then I've been posting my wife and her kids because they shouldn't have made that post about me. Allegedly.
And I changed my will the next day.
He said, so I changed my will the next day. They went and made a post about me. So I changed my will the next day.
Spent the last 30 plus years building a recognized, respectable name. And ironically, there are still people out there who are trying to smear my name while still carrying it, hoping to use it for their own benefit.
He's talking about them first kids because they got his name. They Brian Mcknight Jr. The other one is Nico Mcknight, and the girl is Brianna Mcknight. Some they got my name, but you trying to spill my name, but you want to use my name to your claim of fame. I'm not gonna claim you on the internet so you could benefit from my name, cause I'm petty Betty, baby.
I make absolutely no apologies for naming my infant son Brian. I want him and the world to know that he is the one who is my true legacy. So I'll
You see that's Bert? He said my true legacy. Did
be over here continuing to love and protect my wife and our children as we continue to love our life.
Thank you, Brian, for that public service announcement. Yeah. Brian is a whole mess, y'all. Brian is a mess out here on these streets. That person, life. Hey, y'all, there's just stuff over here just playing in the background, singing in the background. Let me exit this because there's something that's going on. Some type of noise in the background. Yeah, but that's what it is. So he didn't respond. His first wife, Julia. Let me see if I got enough time. She responded on her. Let's see the article. It says a mother who's been through it all. So Brian Mcknight, ex-wife Julie Mcknight, has spoken out after the R&B singer went on Instagram to dispute allegations from critics who accused him of abandoning his older children. Mcknight and Julie was married from 1990 to 2003 and shared 2 children together, Brian Mcknight and Nico Mcknight. Yeah, she's pretty. The 53-year-old also has a daughter, Brianna Mcknight, who he fathered during a marriage with a woman named Patricia Driver. Last week, the Back at One singer addressed the public scrutiny he's been facing for publicly acknowledging the children he shared with his current wife, Diana Mendoza, while seemingly overlooking his older biological children. Mendoza had 2 children from a previous relationship, Jack and Julia. In late January, Mcknight welcomed a son together and received backlash for naming the newborn son after him. He already got a son named that age. Y'all, I'm scamming. In the video, Brian Mcknight revealed he loved his blended family. I want him and the world to know that he is the one that is my true legacy. The pettiness. He said, I post about my children with whom I have a relationship with. That's what y'all already, that's the one y'all see. That's the one y'all already read. So Mcknight's ex-wife initially responds to his video with a cryptic post suggesting that he just stopped talking. Julie decided to come back with a video of her own. The 51-year-old maintained positive energy amid the drama in nearly a 2-minute video. And so they go out and say what all she had said on her video. So I'm like, I'm not going to read what she said on her video. Hopefully. Let me see. If I can, it's on her Instagram. I believe her Instagram is Julia. Yeah, it's Julia Mcknight. It's her Instagram, y'all. If y'all want to go see her Instagram. But this is the video that she posted on her Instagram. And she's a singer too. I want to let her song in the background.
Just here to say thank you.
Such a pretty woman.
We appreciate you. We see you. We hear you. We feel it.
Let me laugh it.
We thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support.
You already know who that is or what
Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your strength. Thank you for your stories that let us know that you understand and that everything is experienced to help others. Yes. You find your tribe. Mm-hmm. You get stronger. It's life.
I don't know what that is.
And I've learned that the best way the best way to go through it,
Let's do it. Look,
the best way to endure it,
still
the best way to learn from it, the best way to prosper in it is to elevate. Stay positive.
What you girl?
Doesn't mean you don't get upset.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that you don't want to, you know what I mean? But don't lower your vibration.
Okay.
Raise it.
Yes. Yes.
It's almost the weekend, y'all. Come on.
Please.
We love you and we appreciate you. And we're all right.
I need Jesus. Anyhow, y'all. Now, don't forget while y'all watching this video, like, comment, and subscribe, okay? Like the video, press the button and like it, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Again, this is 2D Talk Sense. And those are the updates that I have for y'all. The Brian Mcknight didn't sit there and didn't talk, and his wife be quiet, his first wife. And then Jonathan Major is allegedly dating Megan Good, y'all. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Be safe out there. Be blessed.